Hello, Austin County. Today we are in the living room with David Littmann of the American Legion Post 442 here in Sealy. David, I'm glad you're here, and you have a long list of accolades that go behind your name. I'm going to let you go ahead and tell everybody.
I don't know about accolades. I do a lot of stuff, but I am the adjutant for the Sealy American Legion, have been for about the last 5 years. Also run bingo, so people probably see me around town running bingo, and when I'm not running around and doing all my other jobs. That's the primary stuff that I do.
I was going to say, for those that don't know, you are a veteran, correct?
Yeah, almost 21 years in the Army, retired in 2016. So I come to look at it and realize it's almost been 10 years since I've gotten out.
Wow.
I'm still trying to wear, the
yeah. Well, we thank you for your service. I have great respect for everybody in the military. I couldn't do it. All right. So we are here to talk about something exciting. Rock, Freedom, and Blues, July 4th.
Yeah, we got to have a party.
I mean, we are from the list of things that is on your poster. There's a lot of things going on. I'm pretty excited about this. All right, what inspired you to do this?
Well, when I first came back and came to Sealy when I retired, I was conscripted, voluntold, however you want to put it, and would volunteer at Celebration. And of course, Celebration was a big city festival for July 4th. They'd have bands, and all other things. And a couple years ago, went to San Felipe, wasn't going on. And I looked at it and said, okay, it's America's 250th birthday. It's on a Saturday. Okay, there's no reason that we cannot do something for July 4th here in Sealy and Austin County and just have an event. So I said, okay, fine. I'll step up and do it.
I'll do it. Yep. You got to have somebody start. Okay. Now, you were kind of telling me a little bit, where did you get the idea for the Rock, Freedom, and Blues? It's kind of like maybe a red, white, and blue.
Well, I cannot take credit for it.
Okay.
Okay. Charlie Wade over at Discover Sealy.
Okay.
Was my first person I contacted, and she's been somebody she's been a great asset to us in helping out at the Legion and when we have ideas. And I tell you what, I not only mentioned my idea, okay, let's have some bands, let's have this stuff come out. And boy, the next day she sits there and says, calls me up, here you go. It sends me this t-shirt thing that we could do on t-shirts. It says Rock, Freedom, and Blues. So I went with it. I'm happy,
There you go. That's a good one. All right. So it is going to be a free event and it's a family-friendly event. Mm-hmm. All right. So what can people expect when they get there?
Okay. Well, if you don't know the American Legion property, we have literally 2 lots right there next to McDonald's, just north of McDonald's. So we've set up to have a lot of vendors come out. We have a sign up sheet right now. The Discover Sealy is helping us with that. We're going to have a petting zoo for the kids. Not only be there for the first, it's only going to be there from 12 to 4, but it's going to be a petting zoo there.
Now wait, just for the kids, or can big people go in too?
Well, you know what? I'm not. Who's not a kid at heart?
Okay, good. All right.
Okay.
Petting zoo.
It's for all the kids at heart.
Okay. Petting zoo. Sorry. Go ahead.
And of course we we've got 3 bounce houses coming out as well.
Okay.
So we'll have all that specific, and we're going to keep that into one area, kind of controlled area, so that we can keep,
kids safe.
We want to keep the kids safe.
Right.
We want to give the younger kids something to do. The older kids are probably wander around, look like that. That's the reason we want to have the vendors. So you have an area where you can walk around and do the vendors, and we're working with Discover Sealy as well as the Sealy Farmers Market people for that, to kind of come up with who they're doing it. And literally, and I kid you not, it's literally a sign up. We are not charging a vendor a thing.
Okay.
We're inviting food trucks to come out right now. As of last I heard on Tuesday, we had 1 food truck already set up to go, some barbecue, a local barbecue truck. So we figure we've got space for 5 to 10 food trucks. We got 25 to 35 vendors that we'll probably have come out.
Okay.
We'll have the kids area for the fun. And then, of course, you know what? We call it Rock, Freedom, and Blues for a reason. I said, I haven't heard of a rock band come out up at, of course, what happens? Belleville Beats be up with Rock the Country, but,
That's okay, though. That was totally different.
But I do have two cover bands coming from the Houston area to come out. I've got the Texas T-Birds from 12 to 2, and then 2 or 2:30, and then pick it up with the Elevators. Now, the Elevators called me directly when I tried to book them, and they said, "Hey, we're a bunch of veterans. We really want to do your event." I was like, "Cool, okay, I'll give you the top seat." So they're going to be the second half band coming up and take us from like 4:30 to close.
Nice, nice. All right. So, well, you went right through it. You jumped through everything. Oh, one of the things that, okay, first of all, let everybody know we will have information in the bottom about your vendor and food truck.
Yep. There's some links in
registration, so you guys don't have to worry about that. Pass it on to your friends. The other thing is, I know that there was, and Greg has some lovely visuals for us about the parking and the route that people should take and some things like that, because you are on Highway 36. You're talking about.
Yeah, no, Highway 36 is, as I've come to discover, and this is a learning process for me too, and Highway 36 is DPS country. City of Sealy can't stop traffic to let people walk across the street. So we've got to be very careful when it comes to safety. So I've worked this out. We have hired a shuttle van, 20-person shuttle van, and we are working right now with both Walmart and Tractor Supply to use their parking lots on July 4th to do parking. So do that. The shuttle will run constantly between the three locations and bring people back and forth as they want to go. Might be a little bit in peak times, but the biggest thing is we really don't know how much interest we're going to have. We've got so much. We've got 100 parking spaces that we can do, but we don't know how much interest is going to be there. We don't know.
Right.
You know, people may just come out for one band and they leave, and we could have 500-600 people, 1,000 people come in, but if they come in twice, we don't have too much of a parking issue.
Right.
But we want to make sure we have the available idea of parking over those locations, because the last thing we want somebody to do is pull up and I get some parking attendants say, "No, we're full right now. We can't come in here." And then you go, and as much as Tony's would love you to do it, Tony's doesn't really mind.
We try to be respectful.
Not only that, we can't stop traffic on 36 to protect you coming across the street.
Right.
And I don't want to see anybody get hit. I don't want,
Well, sure.
I don't want to, so safety in mind. If they tell you the parking lots are full, just head back to one of those spots. They're less than a mile away. We will get you in a shuttle bus and we will bring you. And that way you can come over and celebrate it. And you don't have to panic so much about getting into that lot and stuff like that. But that gives us an opportunity too, because then I can, here's an opportunity. So so young adults, here's an opportunity for you. I want y'all to think about this. High school seniors looking to earn a little bit of cash, maybe for y'all. I figure, it's an 8-hour gig, couple $100 per. I need 2 people at each location to sit there and kind of control, say, "Hey, I'm the bus stop," and to kind of make sure people aren't parking and doing damage on things. And I need some parking attendants at the Legion. So I've got 6 positions that I kind of need people that are interested in either volunteering or coming forward. There you go. And so, we're going to pay you. We're going to, pay you in cash too if I got it.
I was going to say, and you know what's funny is when I was in college, I did parking like that. And it's an easy job. You just have to make sure you're hydrated and have a hat. And that's it.
You could be like me in the Army. I used to have one of those Camelbacks. In fact, I still do. My wife, don't tell my wife. But I've got one, you have a water pouch on the back. You just walk around and get the straws.
Yeah, that's really nifty.
Yeah, so I figure it's a good opportunity to do it. We need the help. Kids going to college, kids want to make a little bit of cash on July 4th.
Yeah.
And you're going to be done by 8 o'clock, 8:30. Plenty of time to go out and see the fireworks. Wherever we're going to have fireworks, plenty of time to see them. So that's, I figure that's a pretty good opportunity if somebody's interested.
Wow, that's pretty nifty. And we have your contact information. Calling is not a good idea because the Legion doesn't always have people and whatever. Facebook and email is the best way if there are questions.
Of course, Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, I answer my messages and it's
okay. All right. Well, that works. Okay, so let's go back through it again. Greg, will you throw the picture up for us? Basically, it is July 4th starting.
July 4th.
Okay, now wait. Greg, put up the first one.
Oh.
For us, because I have to razz you just a little. The first picture that I got had 1439 and
no, it was only 1430.
1872. I'm like, what is this? These are not times. And then I realized you are a military man.
10 years out of the Army, and my wife still tells me I run on military time.
Yes,
so.
yes. And the only reason I knew what it was is because I have military family and my husband is a nurse and they use the same time stamp,
it's
whatever.
It's just, you ever ask me to spell something, trust me, I'm going to give it to you phonetically too. So don't do that.
I love it. All right, so we have the real one for us
The real one
people. So basically, it gives you the times. Everything starts at what time?
We're going to, first band's supposed to take the stage about noon. Everything's set to start at noon. Bear with us if something technical difficulties happen, but that's the plan. Start up at noon. And I will say this, I'm not, kids, close your ears. Parents, cover the kids' ears. The bar will be open.
Okay.
So we will have beer, we have beer, wine. We will have sodas.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say, but this is Texas and it's July 4th.
This is Texas and July 4th. You got to kind of do that. But honestly, everything at the Legion, with the exception of anything that the Legion is doing, with the exception of the bar, is free. You come out. There's no cost to get out of the grounds. There's no cost to do anything. The petting zoo, the bounce house is there. We're covering that. You go out to the vendors and talk to them. You want to buy something, that's on you.
Right.
You want to come get a drink from the bar. And like I said, we got sodas. We'll have the beer. We'll have the wine. Nothing crazy.
Right.
We don't want drunk drivers.
Right. Obviously.
But
we have pretty good people around here.
We do have pretty good people.
I mean, they use some sense, so we don't have to worry about that.
We haven't. In the 5-6 years I've been working with the bar there, I've never had to kick anybody out for being drunk. So it's not a concern for mine.
Right.
So that's the reason I'm willing to do it. And the city's happy to say, okay, yeah, we can do this and not have a problem.
Okay. So 12 to 8.
12 to 8.
Ready. Then people are fireworks.
Wherever you want to go,
right?
Is on you. I can't tell you.
All right. And once again, free to get in.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about that. If you want to buy from the vendors or if you want to have an adult beverage, got to pay for that. Parking, there are spots at the Legion, but you prefer down there, Tractor Supply,
well, no,
Walmart.
I'm happy to fill up the Legion spots.
Right, that's on Legion first.
Yep, Legion
Overflow,
first.
basically Walmart, Tractor Supply, Shuttle in and out.
Yes, ma'am.
Looking for 6 high school kids.
Well, high school kids, even young adults. I'll be honest with you.
Okay.
If you need to come earn some quick cash, I need 60. As long as you're not going to break into people's cars. Come on.
Yeah. So you got to have a clean record.
Well,
there.
I can't. I don't have the ability.
I know. We're just teasing. All right. And so pretty much, what would you tell people who are like, well, maybe I'll go, maybe I won't? What are you going to tell them? Be there or be square?
Okay. No. I'm going to say this. Yes, it's a confluence of events. Yes, it is. But let's be honest. None of us are going to see America's 300th birthday. Well, none of us older folks are going to see the 300th.
Okay. Let's not. Okay. Anyway, you're right though. Yeah. We got to
celebrate
celebrate it.
And I honestly remember when Texas did the
Sesquicentennial. There you go. I remember that.
So I remember that. It was before my Army time, but this is 250 years. This is one of the big ones.
Yeah.
You don't miss your 30th wedding anniversary. You don't miss the 40th. 31st you might get away with.
Right.
But the 30th and the 250th birthday I think is really important. And let's be honest. Let's get out of the house. Go do some stuff with the community.
Right.
Go,
come hang out, have
a good time. Say hi to one person and walk away, but you're coming out, you're getting out of the house.
Yep.
And you know what? Hey, enjoy the rock too.
Yep.
Let's have some rock.
Yeah. Some of us are a little too old to rock. Our rock has rolled away.
No. That's the reason I'm not doing it real late at night either. Someone's got to go to bed.
That's true. All right. Well, thank you for coming and being with us. Once again, we will have all the information. We'll have your maps and all that good stuff for people to see. Now, one thing we do want to say is nothing is written in stone because life is not written in stone. Changes may happen. If they do, you will be on top of it and let people know.
I'm letting people know. I'm doing everything I can. Facebook, Sealy American Legion. I'm going to restart up SealyAmericanLegion.org. I will have that up to date with information as well. As soon as I can figure out how to get my wife to do it.
That's the way you do it. Yeah, and we'll have information too.
We're keeping information flowing.
Yeah, that's the thing. We'll have plenty of information, but we want people to know that things do happen. Do you have a rain contingency?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay,
July 4th, rain or shine. It's July 4th.
That's right. Come on out. And the good thing is there's no mud. Not like Rock the Country where there was mud.
No. We have a pretty good field, and typically the vendors, especially in July, are going to put covers on it. I may lose the petting zoo. I may.
Right.
But we'll still the band's going to be inside. So even if everything else shuts down, I got 2 bands that are going to be inside.
Yep.
So that's something to come out for.
You got something to come out for. All right. Well, once again, thank you. Like I said, all the information will be at the bottom. As it gets closer, if you have changes or whatever and you want to come back and see us, we'll be glad to have you.
Happy to come out.
All right. So Austin County, on July 4th, you know where you need to be. You need to be out doing some rock, freedom, and blues at the American Legion. And stay tuned for information either on their Facebook page, our Facebook page, Austin County News Online, and check YouTube, all those good things. Speaking of YouTube, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share because that's the best way to keep informed. And until next time, keep smiling.